Oh my god, I'm obsessed! Hey girls, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tanea, and today we have a lot of new makeup to try. I filmed a video on my TikTok yesterday, but I didn't get through even half of this, so let's do a full face of new makeup. Pretty much all of this makeup was sent to me in PR, so we have a lot of good things to try. I already did my brows using the Makeup by Mario brow pencil. I've been really loving this a lot lately. Before that, I was using the Benefit brow pencil, and I just decided, you know what, let me try a new brow pencil, and I love her. Lately, I've been really slacking when it comes to my skin prep. I will literally just put my makeup on, no prep. Like no skincare, no primer, nothing. And I have a pretty normal skin type, so I can get away with it, but today we're gonna be using this YSL primer. This is their blurring and illuminating primer, and it's so pretty. Just like, look at all the sparkles in it. And this is hands down the prettiest primer I've ever used. I'm just gonna add a couple pumps of this. And I should truly be ashamed of myself because I know how important skin prep is, I just don't do it. I had laser hair removal this morning, and I'm really hoping that redness goes away. I've never had any issues before, so maybe it was just a little too spicy today. Today I'm gonna use the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in shade Vanuatu. And this is one of those foundations where a little bit goes a long way, so I'm just gonna start with a few little pumps. I just got this foundation, and I don't know why I didn't try this earlier because I love the formula on this. I feel like it evens out my skin tone really nicely, and it doesn't feel very heavy on my skin. Now, typically I would bring this down to my neck, but because of my laser hair removal sensitivity, I'm gonna avoid that. After I go in with the brush, I always go over my foundation with a sponge just to make sure everything is blended out nicely. The more I look at this redness, the more I really hope that it just kind of goes away, because this is not looking good. I've been really loving doing my blush before my concealer lately because I feel like it just blends out really nicely, and NARS sent over a few of their blushes. Now on TikTok, I tried out this shade Argon, so today I'm gonna try out the shade Orgasm Rush. Now I will say the names that NARS comes up with, I'm just like, okay girl. This is what the shade looks like. Ooh. So this is the comparison for the packaging versus what it actually looks like. It's like a really nice mauve-y red. Ooh, this is like a really deep red. It's almost like purpley. And yesterday, a little bit went a long way, so let's see how this blends out. Now, whenever I do my blush before my concealer, you really just have to trust the process. Okay, before I do my concealer, I'm gonna go back in with my sponge just to kind of blend around. Fenty Beauty sent over some of their new concealers, and YSL sent over some of their brightening pens, so I'm gonna kind of mix the two. So this is the Wear Even concealer in shade 300N, and the applicator is very different from any other concealer I've used. It has like this like angle to it. Let's do a little swatch test. This is shade 300N, this is shade 310W, and then this is shade 350C. And honestly, they all look kind of the same. This is the warm shade, the cool shade, and the neutral shade. Let's let them dry down a little bit and then we'll look at them again. And when I was using this yesterday, a little bit went a long way, so I'm just gonna do a little bit. And I'm blending this out with the Fenty Lil Precision makeup sponges. And these sponges are so cute, I just can't get over them. Now you can use these sponges damp for buildable coverage or dry for full coverage. And I'm just using this dry because I don't really feel like getting up to go wet this. But I really love how these concealers blend out. I guess it really depends how much product you use, but you can definitely get more full coverage or lighter coverage. Now just an update on the swatches. They haven't completely dried down, but this is what they're looking like. I'm gonna use that same shade just to go over a couple more spots. When you place your concealer in these spots that I just added, it really just helps lift the face. Now I feel like the blush is looking a tiny bit patchy, so I'm gonna go in with my Makeup by Mario. And I love this blush. This is in the shade Rose Crush. Now I'm just gonna set my face, and Fenty sent over their Invisimatte Instant Setting and Blotting Powder. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of this like rectangle, so I'm just gonna use my little powder puff. I feel like this little rectangle is probably better if you're like on the go and you just need to like touch up. Now let's move on to eyes. NARS sent over their Afterglow Irresistible palette. And this is what the palette looks like. I've already got my fingerprints all over it. I've never really been a big fan of like the mirrored packaging because I feel like it just looks dirty. These are the colors in the palette. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna start off with this dark rosy shade in the bottom left corner, and I'm just gonna add that to my outer crease. Oh my gosh, I didn't even pick up that much product, and the pigment And I'm gonna keep this pretty light-handed because the pigments are pigmented. Ugh, I love being a girl. I'm gonna use this smaller fluffy brush in this deep purple to add to my outer corner. I don't want this to get muddy, so I'm gonna go back in with that first brush and just blend those two together. Stunning! Now I'm just picking up this rosy shade and starting to add that to my inner lid. Let's see what these shimmers are looking like. The shimmers are really pretty, but they're not as pigmented as the matte shades. I'm gonna pick up the lightest shade in the palette to go directly into my inner corner. Okay, I'm gonna do a little close-up of the eye look. Okay, I already have a little bit of mascara on from earlier, but I'm gonna go in with my YSL just to add another coat. Bottom mascara, I really need to have like a mirror for me. Now for lips, NARS sent over a bunch of their Afterglow lipsticks. Now on my TikTok yesterday, I tried shade Aragon. Today I'm gonna try the shade Voyeur. It's a nude shade, so I'm definitely gonna use a lip liner with it. Let me take off this gloss. I totally forgot to use these for concealer. Another video. For lip liner, I'm gonna use my favorite. This is the Givenchy in shade Mocha. Ooh, this looks really pretty. I'm excited. No boss. Oh my god, this looks so good. This lipstick kind of feels like a balm and a lip oil put together. This is just so stunning. And this is the final look, girls. What do we think? So that's it for today. Thank you so much for trying new makeup with me, and I will see you in my next video.